A busy night on Dynamite. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, March 10th, 2022. A big welcome to those of you listening on TheWrestlingRevolution.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com.
AEW.
There's a ton to unpack from last night's Dynamite, so let's get right into it. Jeff Hardy is all elite. He arrived in AEW to rescue his brother Matt, who had just been ousted from the AHFO. The Inner Circle is no more. Chris Jericho orchestrated an assault on Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. Jericho and Jake Hager then aligned themselves with Daniel Garcia and 2.0, and Jericho dubbed the group the Jericho Appreciation Society. There's a new TNT Champion. Scorpio Sky pinned Sammy Guevara with the TKO in last night's main event. Tay Conti was ringside to support Guevara, who was nursing injured ribs, but Conti crossed paths with Paige VanZant. The show ended with VanZant, Sky, Ethan Page, and Dan Lambert standing over the fallen Guevara and Conti, and VanZant signed her contract with AEW. Sky does not have much time to celebrate. He will defend the TNT title next week against Wardlow. Thunder Rosa will get another shot at Dr. Britt Baker's AEW Women's Championship on next week's Dynamite inside a steel cage in Rosa's hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Rosa earned another title shot with a win over legit Layla Hirsch last night. Hangman Page successfully defended the AEW Championship against Dante Martin. After the match, Adam Cole made it known he is not done chasing Hangman's title. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus retained the AEW tag titles with a win over the Acclaimed. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, with William Regal in their corner, beat JD Drake and Anthony Henry. Pac beat Wheeler Yuta. Orange Cassidy was in Yuta's corner with his arm in a sling. Cassidy injured his shoulder at Revolution. Excalibur said Cassidy will not need surgery, but he will be out for a little bit. Also on Dynamite, FTR fired Tully Blanchard as their manager. Fightful reports that Miro has signed a 4-year contract extension with AEW.
Impact Wrestling.
Tonight's Impact Wrestling has a big 8-woman tag team match. The new Knockouts champion, Tasha Steelz, teaming with Savannah Evans, and the new Knockouts tag champs, The Influence, to take on Mickie James, Chelsea Green, and The Inspiration. Plus, Ace Austin versus John Skyler versus Crazy Steve, and Josh Alexander will be back in the Impact Zone following his return to the company at Sacrifice. Before the Impact has Jordan Grace versus Havoc. A couple of new matches are announced for Impact's Multiverse of Matches show coming up during WrestleMania week. Jay White versus Chris Sabin, plus Eddie Edwards versus New Japan's Tomohiro Ishii. We learned Wednesday that Edwards has signed a new contract with Impact.
WWE.
There's a title match on today's NXT UK. Noam Dar defends the Heritage Cup Championship against Mark Coffey. Major League Wrestling has its Super Fight special tonight, running in the usual Fusion time slot on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern. Alex Hammerstone defends the MLW Heavyweight title against Davey Richards. Alex Kane defends the MLW National title in a 3-way against Calvin Tankman and ACH. 5150 put the MLW tag titles on the line against the Von Erichs, plus a grudge match between Casey Navarro and Enzo.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
The New Japan Cup tournament rolls on Thursday with 4 more second-round matches. 3 second-round matches went down on Wednesday. IWGP World Champion Kazuchika Okada beat Master Wato. Shima beat Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And Hiroki Goto beat Dick Togo. And that is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, March 10th. Please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. You can also support Just Pro Wrestling News by checking out our Patreon page. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.